An executive of the Grand Lucayan making an appeal to the government. A local church to join this year's Junkanoo Parade. And a medical seminar held to inspire women.
The Bahamas Tonight Northern Edition starts now.
This is the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. Good evening, all. I'm Shashina Roll-Farquharson. As always, it is so great to have you with us. Topping news, managers and line staff at the Grand Lucayan Resort who have applied for voluntary separation packages are still awaiting payout. And with less than 2 weeks before Christmas, the president of the organization that represents managers at the resort says the offers being made to those workers are not fair, and he's calling on the government to step in. Sabrina Brown has our top story.
President of the Bahamas Hotel Managerial Association, Obi Ferguson, represents some 122 managers at the Grand Lucayan Resort, and he says more than 90 of them have applied for voluntary separation packages. But Ferguson says the association is not in agreement with the offers being made by Lucayan Renewal Holdings Limited to those managers who have served more than 12 years.
Even though the workers work for 18 years, he only wants to pay them for 12 years. This we feel is wrong. This we feel is unfair. And we say that the workers ought to be compensated on 18 years as opposed to 12 years. He has not given us a proposal. We submit to him 3 proposals. He has not, to date, he has not given us a proposal to justify what the figure he's given to the Bahamian public. He said he's going to rely on the public in putting forward his situation. And when you figure out 6 years pay deduction from what the workers are entitled to, if you multiply that by, say, about $550 a week on an average, and you're talking about 26 weeks, you see the unfairness that Mr. Scott is trying to do to the workers of the country.
Ferguson says chairman of that board, Michael Scott, claims he's being guided by the Employment Act in making his decisions. But Ferguson says there is no provision in the Employment Act that deals with voluntary separation package.
Mr. Scott is portraying to the public that there is some provision in that act that deals with that. There's no provision in that Employment Act. There's no provision in the industrial agreement for voluntary separation package. Whenever that situation comes up, the employer, in this case would be the hotel corporation, will meet with the, in this case, the Bahamas Hotel Managers Association, because we have an industrial agreement there. We will sit down, we will work on an arrangement that is beneficial to both sides. But for him to give the Bahamian public the impression that he is relying on the Employment Act is totally ridiculous.
He says that similar separation exercises have been carried out at various entities and other hotel properties in the past, and Ferguson wants to know why it is so difficult to conclude the Grand Lucayan matter.
We gave him a copy of a similar arrangement that was carried out by the Hotel Corporation of the Bahamas for Lucayan Bay, Lucayan Harbor Inn, Lucayan Beach, Holiday Inn, Le Meridian. These were examples of how the government, led by the Right Honorable Hubert Alexander Ingram, dealt with this type of situation. Then BEC very recently would have gone through a voluntary separation package. Batelco went through a voluntary separation package. We thought that these samples ought to be a good guide and reference point in reaching an amicable agreement between the parties.
The BHMA wrote a letter to Scott dated December 12th, reiterating its position. Ferguson says the managers were expecting payout by the end of this week, and he's now appealing to the government to intervene.
We invite the government to take a look into this, saying that the corporation is a quasi-government agency. We ask the government to look into it with a view of having it resolved, certainly before Christmas.
Sabrina Brown, ZNS Network News.
Thanks, Sabrina. Well, a popular resort and marina in Bimini hosting a job fair on Grand Bahama today. Bimini's Big Game Club Resort and Marina, which is currently under renovations, is looking for a number of employees for several positions at the hotel. Robbie Smith, co-manager of the resort, says that there is a demand for workers at the property.
Being a small island, we want to enhance the hospitality more, and we are looking for like dock hands as well as front desk agent as well as housekeeping. You know, we only have a 52-room hotel, but we also has 2 restaurants and an outside bar and grill. But we're on the major renovating right now with the restaurant, which is the bar and grill, and you know, we want to get set now because the peak of the season, when you see the end of March rolling going into April, then the season starts for us, so it'll be real busy until the middle of September, and then we have our WOW tournament in November. But we want to really get everybody in place now, because once the restaurant is open back up in the end of February, we should be rolling into the season.
Well, a number of young persons were at the job fair today at the Pelican Bay Resort with hopes of being selected for one of the positions. Jacob Bain, who recently graduated from high school, says that he's looking to start a career in the hospitality business.
Great opportunity just to come out here, just to get an opportunity to start your career in terms of the business field. Well, we know it's very tough right now in Grand Bahama in terms of finding employment, so any opportunity that comes up is just great. Coming out of high school, it's a fantasy. Everyone makes it seem like it's so easy. Even with all the requirements that I have, it's still very tough to even find employment, so it's very hard out here, but you just got to keep trying. Something will break.
Now, for persons who may have missed out on the job fair and are interested in openings at the Big Game Resort and Marina, you can email your resumes to hr@biggameclubbimini.com. The Bahamas is among a list of countries affected by a Del Monte FIESTA corn recall. The U.S. Food and Drug Administration says more than 60,000 cases seasoned with red and green peppers are being recalled because the ingredients weren't adequately processed. According to the statement, if consumed, the processing error could result in contamination by spoilage organisms of pathogens, which could lead to life-threatening illnesses. The cans included in the recall are a 5.25 ounce and are identifiable by their UPC number printed on the label. Now, the company stressed that to date there have been no reports of illnesses associated with these products to date. Other countries impacted by the recall include Barbados, Guyana, Haiti, St. Lucia, Bermuda, Panama, and Belize. The 2019 New Year's Day Junkanoo Parade is just over 2 weeks away. Participation has declined this time around with only 4 major groups and 4 B Division groups. But despite the downturn, a local church has joined the Junkanoo lineup. Italia Hall has more in this report.
Freedom International Ministries will be hitting the parade route on New Year's Day. Bishop of Freedom International Ministries, Toby Kemp, says the community can expect a grand performance, adding that the church has to be a voice in the community and present at every forum in order to present the truth.
The truth is that, and of course the subject is always Jesus Christ. Our purpose is to promote Him, and I believe that wherever there is some activity going on, the main thing here is that this is an opportunity presented to us and presented to all and sundry, where the largest gathering of the Bahamian populace is going to be, and that's at the Junkanoo Parade. And so this is an opportunity, a prime opportunity, to present the gospel of Christ.
And for those opposed to churches taking part in Junkanoo, he says Junkanoo is all a part of the Bahamian culture and churches should not have a negative view of the annual parade.
Junkanoo is like music. Music is simply a medium, and it all depends on who's behind the medium and the inspiration of the medium, the source of the medium. And so whatever you do, it's like driving a car, a vehicle. You can go into a vehicle and depending on what is actually driving the vehicle, you can either have the person can be a menace to society or can be a blessing.
Junkanoo leader Charles Carroll says the entire church will be participating and he's also inviting other churches to come on board.
Jesus is coming, which is incorporated in a banner, coming in the clouds on angels, which would be the total in terms of dress, angels and kings.
He says even if they are only able to spread the word of God to 1 or 2 spectators, they will be satisfied. It's Halia Hall, ZNS Network News.
You're watching the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. Stay with us. There's more news right after this break.